you had, you could see you guys wanted it more.
You could see the difference, couldn't you, in the attitude?
Yeah, and But I have seen some of the games he's played, and he has been very, very poor.
One of the things that worries me is that we've got a terrible record from set pieces, and you've got an excellent record from set pieces, and that is a concern from a Forest point of view.
Yeah.
Hi Robbie, good to see you again.
Good to see you. I can't believe, I'm standing there, I can't believe you've got a t-shirt on, right? I'm freezing, man. You know what I mean? But I suppose I'm a Southern softie.
You're Southern softie, yeah. How are you feeling about the game on Tuesday night?
Yeah, you know what? It's a tough game. You know what I mean? Obviously, we've had a poor record there. We lost there last year. We lost those games in the cup. And I just look on this game and I say it's a very important game for us. Obviously we're trying to see if we can win the title, and it's an absolutely must-win game for us. And it's
another must-win
game.
I
mean, you guys got the problems of relegation and that. So
PSR
and the points deduction stuff. So but for us, it's a very, very important game and an absolute must-win. And I'm expecting Arsenal to win the game, even though we've had such a poor record there.
Yeah, well, when you came last time, in reality, the title race was pretty much done and dusted.
Yeah.
And we were fighting literally to stay up. And that game actually secured our stay in the Premier League.
As all your fans reminded me afterwards.
So it'll be a different kind of thing, different kind of attitude this year. But we've got Nuno this year. And Nuno plays more of a counter-attacking rather than a deep-lying sort of game.
Yeah.
Is that any concern for you?
Well, listen, I thought... Yeah, Steve Cooper was, when you actually studied that game last year, and you are right, it was a different type of game. I remember just before the game, City had won earlier, literally secured the title, and all of our players were in a real downer. And you had, you could see you guys wanted it more.
You could see the difference, couldn't you?
Yeah. And you got a deserved win on that day. I think last year you were quite deep, but you relied on a counter-attack. Yeah. To win the game. I don't think nothing's going to really change. I think Nuno will be a little bit more ambitious than what Steve Cooper was in that game, because I think you were just literally like camped out in your box. It was like a real part of the bus job. But we've played against Nuno teams when he was at Wolves, when he was at Tottenham, and he's not a guy that's going to go all out attack.
No.
So it actually, if you look at teams that have done well against Arsenal this season, they have deployed that tactic and it's worked. When we went away to Fulham, that's how they beat us. When West Ham beat us at home over Christmas, we created a lot of chances, but they held firm and they beat us. So I fully expect Nuno to play in a similar way. It's sort of similar to what you did against Manchester United when you played there. But I'm just relying on the fact that we're a much better team than Manchester United, so hopefully we get the win.
We've got a lot of players away at AFCON, we've got injuries as well. That's obviously going to play a major part as well.
Yeah.
So you should start. One of the things that worries me is that we've got a terrible record from set pieces, and you've got an excellent record from set pieces, and that is a concern from a Forest point of view.
Yeah, and obviously the team, we scored 2 set piece goals against in our last home game against Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
And it's sort of well documented that when they was away on their winter break, we worked very hard on set pieces. And in players like Gabriel, Saliba, we've got a lot of height in the Arsenal team now. I know a few years back, Arsenal was looked upon as a bit of a sort of soft touch when it came to defending set pieces and when it came to taking them. But now we've got a lot of height in the team. Havertz is a really tall player. Declan Rice in there. So there's a lot of height in the team now.
The way that Gabriel came steaming in for that header the other day was, that scares me, because we've got a superb defender in Murillo. On the ball, he is absolutely sublime, but he's not the best at heading, and that kind of worries me.
And no doubt Arsenal will identify that and will try to deploy that. And Gabriel's been brilliant in the air. And he scores a lot of goals from set pieces. So listen. I think, we will rely upon that because, when you're playing against teams that are going to sit quite deep,
Yeah.
a great weapon. You win a lot of corners because you're on the attack.
But surely
you've got to make the most of it.
Surely you must be concerned about having to face Turner in goal, though.
Well, I know. I mean, since I've been up here, about 5 people from Nottingham have asked for a refund, right? And I've said no.
Yeah.
I've been surprised at how bad he's been, you know, because when he was at Arsenal, listen, he didn't play much. He only played a couple of games, but he looked all right. He looked decent. He's USA's goalkeeper, but I have seen some of the games he's played, and he has been very, very poor. Now we're going to have to try and get shot. One of the things we ain't been doing enough is shooting. Now we need to get more shots off against Matt Turner, because obviously he's not a terrible goalkeeper. His confidence is obviously really low. I mean, that's what I feel.
I don't think his shot stopping is awful. It's his coming out for crosses.
Decision making and that. Yeah.
His feet are both left. You know, absolutely awful.
And one of the things, and I think one of the reasons why we let him go was that Mikel Arteta wants a goalkeeper that's very good with his feet. You know what I mean? And Turner, he literally, I always said when he first came into Arsenal, he literally admitted that I'm not very good at that and I'm going to work on that. And when I heard him say that, I was like, that's not a very good thing to say, because Arteta wants that.
And it's such an important part of the goalkeeper's Arsenal these days.
Very. So maybe in that game you might deploy the thing of going long a lot instead of trying to play out from the back. I don't know.
Okay then, Robbie, so let's have a prediction then.
Prediction for the game, I'm going to go for 2-1. I think, this is going to be really tough. I always enjoy coming here. The atmosphere is great.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to remember Forest when, you guys were like, it was on the same level as us as a team. You know what I mean? So I know that what you guys are capable of. But this is so important for us now. It's a little bit different dynamic to when we came here last year, in that we need this and we need this badly. It's going to be a tight game. We don't have a game. We were out of the FA Cup, so we've fully rested. Should be able to come into this game, all guns blazing.
All right.
Right. So, I'm just saying that. So I'm going to go for Arsenal. I'm just trying to justify why I'm saying that. So 2-1 to Arsenal.
Well, I'm a Forest fan, so I'm going to go 1-0 to Forest.
Okay.
Thanks, Robbie.
Nice one. Nice one.
Cheers, mate.
Brilliant.